English Toastmaster Club, and yeah, we will see what happens.
Oscar, would you give us your Toastmaster Club address, email, or link so I can come there?
Yeah, sure, I can give it to you.
Please. Could you do that in the chat?
Yeah, sure, in the chat.
Are you good, Oscar?
Yeah, sure. You don't see my eyes?
I do. I do. And
He's got a drink in his hand. I think he's good.
Julie, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well, thanks. It's good seeing everyone again.
Well, how I got some of those photos is I stalked you on Facebook. Okay, just as simple as that. So fascinating life you've had. Love to hear more.
Sharon, are you still here? Julie, Sharon, yeah, Sharon's still here. Okay, here it is. Can you see it?
Oh, yes.
Sharon gave all four of us one of these.
How's the little gal? Gordon, you talked about your little one.
Oh yeah, she's doing great. She's 5.5. Hey, I really appreciate the meeting and everything you guys did for me, and like I was able to visit Oscar over, I think, January or December, and just all the friendships that I've had, you know, lifelong friends like Oscar, Joe, and I was thinking about I think it was an improv day that Carrie put on, and I think it was one of the only days that I got to bring my daughter to Toastmasters, and it was just awesome to share that with you guys. So I appreciate everything you guys do. Keep on doing good stuff.
Well, it's not us. It's you.
Oh, okay. And I might have the guy in Romania beat. I'm in Estonia right now. So.
Oh, you are?
Love. What?
You're in Estonia? Or
yeah, I'm in Estonia.
Awesome.
Nice.
So.
Well, Charlie would take care of you.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys.
And we have Jennifer. We haven't heard anything from Jennifer. What's going on?
Great to see you guys. Thanks so much for having me. And I can only say that I miss you very much. And I wish I could be here regularly, but my daughter is going to school at home, and it's a very intense and intensive time right at 12 o'clock when she gets out and has her break, and I have to attend to her and keep her sane and all that. But if I could be more regular, I would, and I look forward to a time when I can come back again, and I definitely will.
Well, I hope you'll stay with us as an inactive member. We need everybody back. And it's only $45. We don't even have club dues anymore because the district gives us so much credit.
I definitely will. I haven't gotten an email or any sort of notice about dues. You just said that there are no dues right now?
No, there's dues, but Arnie, you want to talk about it, please?
Yeah, it might have gone into your spam. You should have gotten a PayPal invoice.
I have in the past. I haven't this time.
All right, I will resend it, or if you could look in your spam folder.
Yeah.
It was sent on February 5th.
Okay.
So.
Will do.
Okay, Arnie will take note on that. And you might have to do what I have to do, is just mail a check to Arnie. So for some reason, PayPal doesn't like me.
Now, was this meeting recorded?
Yes.
It was recording.
It's still recording.
So
oh, sorry, go ahead.
So we can send this out to YouTube for people who would like that. And also, if you would like a copy of the PowerPoint that I have with photographs, I'll be happy to send that to you.
Yay.
Okay.
Awesome.
And we have 2 chat requests for, is it Emil or Emily?
Emily.
To speak up and say hey, because we haven't heard from you yet.
Hey, old friends and new friends. I was an NPS Toastmasters member in 2008 and 2009. So it's been a while, lots and lots of changes since then. I moved to South Korea and to Virginia and to Tennessee and Pennsylvania, and now I'm in Arkansas. Hopefully no more moves. You may have seen my daughter coming in a couple times, almost 7-year-old. This has just been really nostalgic. It's been really fun seeing those of you that I know and meeting those that I haven't had a chance to meet. And this would be really fun. I'm going to try and figure out what the schedule is and how to do it virtually. I've lost most of my skills that I picked up those many, many years ago, and I could definitely use them again. So good to see you all.
Good
And
to
I like
see
your
you,
beard,
Emily.
Arnie.
Now, I don't, have we heard from John Lente? I know he was another one I stopped.
We
Sorry.
should hear from John, yeah.
But
He
I
should be
did.
back now. He should be back
That's-
here.
I could see
Yeah.
him. I know your name because I was busy going, John Lente. Look at
Yeah, I'm here. I'm in Marina right now in an apartment. I'm a geographic bachelor. My wife and kids are still in New Mexico for now, but we're in talks to move my wife and youngest son here in the summer. After school lets out, my wife will start school here in a nursing program. I've started work on DLI. I'm now an Air Force civilian. Back, 10 years ago, last time I lived here, 11 years now, because I left in 2010. I was active duty in the Air Force, teaching on DLI, and now I'm part of the team that's redesigning the Arabic basic course. So the course that I was teaching before, now I'm revamping it, overhauling it, and quality controlling so we can roll it out for a new generation of linguists, hopefully get them more proficient in shorter time, and just do the famous phrase the military gives, do more with less.
Oh, I invite you back to come to NPS Toastmasters. I don't know if your schedule would allow you to join us on Friday noon, but we'd love to have you.
See, that's what I'm debating in my mind, because right now I'm teleworking part-time. So I'm at home on Fridays, and it'd be no problem for me to, just switch over and do that. But once we go back to normal operations and I'm in the office, could I just do that? And I'm wondering, it's professional development. I could call it my lunch hour. So yeah, I probably could.
No, I think it's with the government. We're going to be at least 6 months before people are back in any kind of working environment. You know
Yeah.
how the government works. There's going to be all kinds of restrictions.
Yeah,
you. Keep in mind you can all visit. And in any case,
absolutely.
we'd love to have you visit. So Tom, how are your little ones? Do you still have that dog? I walk by your house and say, "There's Tom's not there."
No, my so she passed after we moved here to Virginia, and it was one of those, we're gonna wait a while, we're gonna be dogless. That lasted about 3 weeks. And I have another dog now. His name's Parker, and he's a snuggler, so he's often found in one of the beds in one of our rooms throughout the day. So he's loving telework. My kids are homeschooled. They're 7 and 9 now, and they're doing well. We have family close by here, so the pandemic for me has been actually some cruel twist of fate. It's actually been very good for me. I'm avoiding over an hour commute to DC every day since I started a new job. So I'm working in the basement, my basement, and we're making it work for us. So we're having a great time out here.
Are you still military, Tom?
I am. I'm still active duty. I got a few more years, and moving around a little bit from one job in Virginia to DC. So lucky to stay in the same house for the last 4 years now since I left Monterey, and haven't found a Toastmasters club here. That actually that's a lie. There are Toastmaster clubs here. I just wasn't able to commit to it. But now that we're virtual, I'm really tempted to join NPS Toastmasters again, because I can block out. 3 o'clock in the afternoon here is something I can do.
Yeah, that's what Sharon did.
So
Sharon,
that's
Sharon is
again,
that's 3 Yeah, Sharon says it's 3 p.m. It's time to wind down for a week, and what a great way to do it. So yeah, Tom, we'd be happy to have you back. Arnie, please take note, because it's just a simple matter of reinstatement. Okay,
Yes,
you just need your member number or email address.
and your money.
And yeah.
Love your mouth.
So I'm pushing. The next thing I'm trying to get done is make sure we have 20 members by the 30th of June. All right, and might need some help from a
I
couple of
just
you guys.
miss
to
you
do that.
guys. That's it.
And Kyle already made the pitch earlier, so I didn't have to make as long of a pitch.
Miss you.
Yeah. And Sam, I know you're a U.S. citizen, but anybody that was born somewhere else, we count them as being from that country, from a purpose of that country list. So
I appreciate that, Carl. It's just the technicalities.
I just didn't have time to. I probably shouldn't even brought it up at all, but it was.
However, let us ask Tatiana where she's from. Tatiana, where are you from? Is she still here?
Still here. I think she's on mute or frozen.
She's frozen.
And if she gets back on, Tatiana is not from Ukraine.
No.
Well, technically not anymore.
No.
But, well, yeah, she's
Where are you from,
Here she is.
She's a U.S. citizen, also, of course.
I'm from Monterey. I'm from
from California.
Exactly. And
Yeah, she has given us some amazing stories. Tatiana grew up in the old Soviet Union, and she's had some amazing stories.
and she's from Monterey.
And she's from Monterey, and she's a U.S. citizen. I remember when she got her citizenship, and we were all so proud of her. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, have we heard from Guy? I don't remember hearing, or maybe I missed it. Guy, are you
need
there?
a presentation.
He made a presentation, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the presentation.
Yeah, right.
Of course I saw that.
Guy is struggling physically and with health issues now. He has Parkinson's. And
he did great.
It's and you saw Debs was coaching him along. That's obviously not the Guy Ferry I knew. And I talked to Guy at some length back about June time frame, and it's hard.
Yeah.
When our friends get old and don't quite have the same capacity that they once had. So we're all going to get there ourselves.
Yes.
Rihanna got kicked out? How did she get
And
kicked
luckily,
out?
luckily Tatiana got kicked back, but she's back in.
Yes, I didn't let her in. Maybe Arnie let her in.
They're all together sharing Monique's.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. There's no way I'm going to beat that crew.
That's why I decided not to go.
I'll say, you know what?
See, there's Monique really, except her name's Annette Kane right now.
And may I say, who among us are still active military? Raise hand.
Tom is.
I just
Caitlin's a spouse.
Yeah, my husband is.
Thank you
Oscar.
again for your service. All veterans, but you who are serving right now, thank you twice. Thank you twice.
Yeah.
Well, it's so good to see you guys. I'm gonna jump, but I will definitely be up in person when the virus allows.
Nice. And I have more cake because the second I took a bite, it turned my mouth blue.
Yeah, really mess up your lipstick.
Where was the virtual cake flying? I needed one of those.
I thought,
Kayla, we miss you. I'm telling you.
Yeah, great to
Oh, I
see you,
miss you
Kate.
guys too.
Did you
I hope
recognize
to see you soon.
that one slide that Kyle had that you took?
Yeah, I added a picture on the chat somewhere. It's probably buried now,
Nice.
but yeah. Good
Yeah, we
times.
told you to turn the chat off
It's
during the
okay.
meeting, and then decided to leave it on. And
No,
so
I know,
there's like
it's
a couple hundred
annoying.
chats, and I've maybe seen 10 of them.
Yeah, it's a little bit distracting, but I think it's for something like this, it's nice because
Yeah.
you can
Yeah,
sort of
I-
connect.
That was a this morning decision. We were going the other way yesterday, and Kyle sent me an email this morning.
not
so
boot
fast.
camp.
Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.
Okay, Kyle, take care.
You all.
Caitlin, take care.
Bye.
I'm still trying to
Yeah.
finish off my authentic New Orleans king cake that I had
Oh,
shipped
no
up.
fair. Did you get the
Oh.
baby in it?
I just found the baby last night, finally. I guess that means I'll have to buy it again
You
next
gotta buy
year.
it next year. That's right. The whole
You
club.
just found the baby.
That's the rule. Yeah,
Nice.
our headquarters was down in that area. I got pretty familiar with some of the culture.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I never
loved
got
it.
the baby.
Loved it.
But yeah, I order one every year from Hadel's Bakery down there in New Orleans. They had such a problem shipping with all the storm backwash down there. It came here it got here 2 days after Mardi Gras.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a little difficult this year. People are starting to disappear. I'm down to one screen with 25 people on now. So at least I know who's here. I don't have to
I'm
jump
so
back and
glad
forth.
you guys came. I know that Carl will sleep tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was really sweating it because I had my first COVID vaccine shot 3 weeks ago. And I was afraid that they were going to schedule my second one right before this event, excuse me, which is what they did. I really didn't have a lot of choice, so I had my second one Thursday. And the rest of the day I was fine. And then at night I suddenly felt like I was all achy and everything. And yesterday was a tough day, but I pretty much recovered a lot of it by noontime. And those of you who were at our noon meeting know that I think I made it through that okay, but afternoon was rough. He said, no, I'll be all right tomorrow. And I'm fine today. So those of you that have to go through that, I thought it was the Pfizer shot. I read about that the second shot can be bad, but it's only your body telling you it's making the antibodies or whatever that you need to fight off COVID. So that's fine. I'll take it. I'll be feel bad for a day, rather than like the rest of my life.
Guys, I forgot something
I'd
before I left.
I'd like to jump in and hear from Tatiana now that you're back. If you'd be willing, Tatiana. You didn't get a chance to talk.
I have to go work on my qualifying exam, but thank you for doing this.
Wonderful to see you again, and we're missing
you.
and your
Welcome
lemon
back,
bars. You know
Lisa.
we do.
All the best with the exam. You'll
Thank
knock
you.
it out of the park, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah, and when it's over, come back to our Zoom meetings.
I wish I could. Unfortunately, I have clients from 9 to 6 every Friday.
Oh,
Bring them
Yes.
in.
Bring them.
Oh,
Share.
yes.
it was just.
Actually, ironically, my client that I see during the Toastmasters period is from the naval base.
They can share.
Yeah. So,
Exactly.
but have a wonderful rest of your weekend. It was good to see everybody. Thank
Good
you
to
for
see
the
you,
invite.
Lisa.
I jumped back on because I forgot to ask something. So I'm working on an article that I was gonna talk about the NPS Toastmasters Club in my article. And Carl, I was gonna specifically mention you by name. Are you guys okay with that? Or especially Carl?
You want a copy of the talk I gave? Because it's written out.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'll send that to you.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and I can send you a copy of the article as well.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Okay, thanks guys.
I can pretty much guarantee he does not want the mention of his appreciation for the V word.
No, you sidearmed me on that one.
Did
What was
you
it?
see how it was
Defender of the vagina?
Okay. Oh, but see, it's making that.
I thought I
All right,
had
well,
that.
keep you guys posted. Thank you.
Can I
A little bit
speak?
worse, it's all right.
Annette.
Can they hear me?
Hi,
Hello?
Annette.
We can hear you.
Uh-oh. Now you're frozen.
Uh-oh. That just disappeared.
I just wanted to say that what I remember when I.
You can speak up here.
You're fading. You're on and off.
Annette, just go knock Monique out of the way and take over her spot.
But she looks good.
Okay. I just wanted to say that Carl taught me about horses when I was president. I didn't know that horses were the ones that neigh and not me asking for no's for boats Or I'm already messing it up. But anyway, horses neigh, we say no. Good to
Very good, Annette.
Yes, we say no.
Yes, we
From the podium.
Somebody picked up on that too. Yeah.
Oh, look, we've
I
got
guess it was
Tatiana
Angie.
back.
It was Angie picked up on that, yeah.
Tatiana, are you there? Can we hear you now?
You know, I'm here until I start talking. So I try not to start talking because the moment I do, I get kicked out. I love you all. And I'm so happy to see everyone. I'm so proud to be part of this group. And this group is amazing, like in all 50 years. And as I said, that's just makes me so proud and so grateful to myself for deciding to join this club. Thank you all.
I second that.
And you know, just a quick thing as another past president who's not a former member yet, but well, not yet, because I plan to live and die here probably. But I do want to thank, I mean, Tatiana and the team, they just really made it such a job that was doable, and it was so
And our
much fun.
timer.
Our timer.
Our take no prisoners timer.
Our take no prisoners timer, yeah.
We
Although
kinda
she
sandbagged.
wasn't on the executive group at that time, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, we thank Monique for really keeping us honest, and she did so well that we went way ahead, and we couldn't really use her talents as effectively as we might have. Wow, down to 20 people. Okay, and it's good to see everybody. And we're going to see everybody Friday with a regular. We're going to actually have a regular meeting next week. It's technically not totally regularly because we have a guest speaker from the district.
So who is Toastmaster next week?
I think it's Amy.
Amy.
Nice.
She's still on. She was on a second ago. Did she drop?
She took off fast. She
Oh,
heard you
well.
were trying to make her Toastmaster.
I did
Laura,
confirm with her.
I'm kidding.
I did confirm with her yesterday. She's
Okay, so we're good. All right.
She's gonna do a great job.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and also we got an email this week, Carl, from the school. I don't know if you've seen it, but they're planning to keep doing distance learning, basically the same thing that they're doing now through the end of spring quarter. So that puts us to.
So that's at least spring.
Or July.
Would you fail? I don't have that. Would you forward that to me?
Okay, if I still have it, I'll.
I don't have it as president. I don't know. Arnie probably does, but
yeah.
Arnie, are you still there somewhere?
Yeah, I'm somewhere.
There you are. Okay, you're next to me, actually. Everyone looking at All right.
So yeah, I'll see if I can dig that. Yeah, basically it's on a quarter by quarter basis. You know, they need to figure out how they're gonna, do things. But so far it's all been remote except for a handful of classes that need to meet in person.
Okay, if you could come across that email, I would appreciate you forwarding it to me, just for the record.
Okay, I'll look for it.
As I say, my guess is there's going to be enough snarls in the whole system here for the vaccination that it's not going to start again in July. We're looking at September or October. I guess. What would you say, Arnie? What's your thought on that? Or Mariana, you're there too. What do you guys think about that? Tatiana.
Yeah, I think, DOD has been pretty conservative with respect to this. And so I would anticipate at least through the end of the summer that we stay mostly virtual.
I think
That's
that
just a
until
guess.
students get vaccinated, until students get vaccinated, it's not going to change because they offered it to us like in March or something, but not to students yet.
Bye, Rich.
Well, most of the students are not over 65.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something out. I read something this morning about Defense Department people getting going to be able to be vaccinated starting March 15th or something. I can't remember where I saw that. It might have been on the county thing that comes out every Friday.
Yeah.
Double check.
Carl, they vaccinate us as educators, but they don't vaccinate students. So it doesn't actually change anything.
students might get vaccinated at the end of March. So potentially, that's what the last I heard.
It's interesting because I thought perhaps active duty military, they might have some precedent for active duty military. I don't know.
I think
I
only
have
if
no
you're
idea.
moving
Well,
in
ladies
the
and
next
gentlemen,
3 to
I
6
bid
months or
you,
something.
I do. And I will see you on Friday.
Okay, Kyle, great job. Just tremendous.
Thank you, Kyle.
Great job, Kyle.
Thank you, Kyle.
I will send you all
Thank you
the
so much.
and again,
Cheers.
it's not me, it's not him, it's
Cheers, Kyle.
all of us.
Yeah. Arnie, if you think of it, would you email me the
count
recording, please?
Yes. Well, it's too big to email, so I'll have to. And in fact, it's going to be too big for one YouTube thing. So what I'll do is I'll have to do some editing on it and then upload it in parts.
Oh yeah.
I'll send the links.
I know I got that other one you emailed me a few weeks ago, but that was shorter. That was only an hour.
Yeah, 2 hours is you have to have a
Okay.
special YouTube account for something this big.
Okay, well, whatever you can do as time permits, your schedule would be appreciated. I'd like to be able to watch it without having to worry about the schedule itself. You know, I'm constantly jumping back and forth, see who's there. Can I pull up the next charter that I have to get on my background? And so I couldn't even begin to look at the chat. Is there a way to save the chat?
Yeah.
Yes. I will have a copy of the chat. I can send that to you.
That would be great, because out of the 400 chats, I might have read 10 of them.
Well, Carl, when you go back and start reading the chats and you see mine about putting it up for a vote as to whether or not to shut you down, just know that you were at 15 minutes on your 10-minute speech.
Okay, well, how long was I on the first one?
The first one was very short.
Okay, so it's like I used to do at the station. You know, I'll be shorter here, give me the time back at the end. That's what I was doing.
But you didn't instruct the timer on that ahead of time.
Well, that's what happens at these things. You don't know how long they're going to take, and you kind of have to roll. And I was impressed. I was amazed that we were 20 minutes early. I never thought we'd ever pull that off.
Yeah, we were consistently ahead of schedule, so that was wonderful.
Once you get into that kind of a groove, that gives you a lot of flexibility as a chairperson or a Toastmaster or whatever. And then an event like this, that's what you want.
Yeah.
So nobody complained
Kyle,
that
we all learn from you.
Bye, Charlie.
Charlie. Thanks for coming.
Okay, Charlie, good night.
Carl,
Yeah, Joe.
Carl, when you read oh, sorry, Joe, go ahead.
your club deserves recognition for the fact that you also have T-shirts for NPS Toastmasters. And I know very few clubs worldwide that have T-shirts.
Okay, well, let me tell you what was behind that. All right. As you know, Toastmasters is totally anal about the trademark and copyright, and specifically trademark and copyright are the word Toastmaster, Toastmasters, Toastmasters International, and the logo. Kyle and I went back and forth about this, and she wanted to put, I said, you can't do that, Kyle. We've got to get approval from world headquarters to do that. And I said, that's not negotiable. We have to do that. Anyway, after back and forth, we settled on NPS TM. TM is not trademarked. That could stand for
Trademark by trademark.
Medication. All right, so that's why, all right, here it is, NPS TM. All right, that could mean anything. So we do not violate the policies and procedures of world headquarters. We do not violate the copyright or the trademark, and that was my defense if anybody challenged me. But that other shirt, somebody pulled out the shirt that Angie did back in the late 2000s. That was a violation, but at the time, nobody was enforcing the violations. So,
Oh, wait.
yeah, the one that says
Arnie's got it. Oh, we
you know,
can't see it. It's
he's
not
got a
showing
very
up, Arnie.
virtual background up there. So
Yeah.
anyway, the one that said it's all about our awesomeness.
There we go.
And yeah, what that came from is when Robin Walker was president, he was here today. He went to the district meeting, and you know, that was in fact, one thing I forgot to mention, I'm going to kick myself, but Emily Stariak, who was on until just recently, she was the recipient of the Golden Quill Award one year when she was doing the club bulletin for the best club bulletin in the district. And Brendan Epps had gotten it the year before. I wanted to get that in somewhere and I missed it. But at any rate, she was part of the design of that T-shirt. I've forgotten where I was headed with this discussion now. So oh well. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun challenge. Carrie, so thank you for all your help. I know you probably got tired of me questioning whether Kajabi would work.
No, no, it's a scary system.
As it turned out, the reason I sent that thing this morning is I looked at the title and where it came from. I said, this is very easily missed. I might miss this.
Yeah.
So at the last minute, I sent it out with a little more alarming headline, and hopefully, I haven't had any emails that I know of yet that say we can't get in.
Yeah.
So,
And it was very, very nice to get the message right before the meeting. It was so easy to.
yeah, I know you like to do that.
So
By the way,
much.
Tatiana, put John Lente on the next one you send out. If you don't have his email,
I will.
if you need his email, let me know. I'll get it to you.
Oh, and Carl,
I'll check.
Okay.
When you do go through the chats during the
It looks like we're going to get a couple more members too. Good job.
That would be great. Who in particular? Anybody know?
Well, I think we might be able
Gary
to
just said that and then vanished. All right, never mind. Arnie, you going to email me the chat? Is that how it works?
Yeah,
All right, I'll look at it later this afternoon. I was hoping Sheila Dundon was going to be here. She registered early and she wasn't here, and I think it would have pushed her over the edge and she'd be back. So I guess that's well, but thought that was going to be a clincher.
Send her the video.
Yeah.
I wonder if you want to include everyone in attendance to my next email just once.
Yeah. Do you have the list?
Okay, so no, I don't. If you can give me a list,
I don't know
can
how I
just
can do
include
that
them.
because they're all.
Carrie can send a list like the Kajabi.
Carrie's got the list. All right. Yeah, get it from Carrie.
Just once, as a point.
Carrie has a list in an Excel spreadsheet. Okay.
Okay.
And I don't have a way to get it to you because by and large I use BCC and I can't copy that. So, except one time I made a mistake and didn't use BCC, so I can do that if I can find that one again. Madam Area Director, how are you doing? How'd you like the show?
Oh, it was great. Everyone was so positive about it. You guys did an amazing job. Good job.
It was incredible, and I was laughing, and I remember a lot of these things that the folks brought up, and I didn't know that about Liesel. I was crying. But, she didn't think she was going to make it in life. Yeah, I didn't know that. I know she struggled. I remember she went to work out at the Pebble Beach Corporation for a while, and her personality was such that it was not a good fit. And they let her go and asked her about it one day, and she just unloaded. No, that was not a job for me. She's not a customer service kind of person. Yeah. Joe, what did you think? You've seen a lot of these.
I have, and this is one of the best I've ever seen. In fact, I think it ranks in the top 1 or 2.
Wow.
And yes, absolutely. Well done across the board. I particularly like the video of displaying all the members.
That was all Kyle. She did all of that.
Well, pass my congratulations on to her personally.
I'll do that.
I've seen a lot of presentations, but it didn't go into past members with 1 or 2
Yeah,
exceptions.
she just went to Facebook and dug them out, and then said, "You're not going to
Wow.
find these people," and she found them. She said, "Test me," you know.
Well, it was well done, and I'm sure the past members appreciated it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we just revived everybody's memories, and everybody's situation is different today than it was then, and we'd love to have them back. But somebody just said maybe there's 1 or 2 that will, and Art and I will pursue that. But, that's awesome. There were a couple of people here today that probably didn't quite make the cut for honorary member, so I hope they weren't offended that they didn't. But, you had to draw, as Arnie said the other day. Lisa said to Dixon, "You got to draw the line somewhere."
I've got to run. Thank you for inviting
Okay,
me.
Joe, thank you, and thanks
Great
Susan
seeing
for
you, Joe.
finding that placard. We
Yeah,
never would
Susan
have.
was responsible for that. And for those of you who don't know, Susan and I met in Toastmasters.
Yeah, I think I knew that. Yeah.
We have been together for now 26 years.
Wow. Yeah,
Susan,
so maybe it
Joe's
wasn't too off the
the easy guy, easy going guy, that not the detail guy, you know. And Susan's a detail hard nosed person, so it's a great pair.
Yeah, well, maybe
you,
it wasn't
Carl.
too off
Susan
the
is
mark
laughing
to
across
tell
the
Lisa
table
that
from me.
come to Toastmasters and find a husband. I mean, my oldest son was in Toastmasters and he met his wife at a district conference.
All right.
That's right. Yeah, Jared and Hilda. Yeah.
And 4 months ago, they welcomed their first little daughter. So
Julia. So what, I've been in Toastmasters for what, 9 years now, and I haven't even gotten a date.
We'll have to work on that.
Well, an interesting
Sounds
thing
like a
about,
speech.
Go ahead. An interesting thing about Shelley Horowitz. Shelley Horowitz met and married someone he met in Toastmasters. He divorced her, or they got divorced. I don't know who was responsible.
Yeah, that was not a good match.
And he remarried her.
He remarried the same.
He remarried
His last
Julia?
wife was not Julia.
Joe, did he remarry Julia?
Not that I know of.
Susan is correcting me on the fact that his last wife was not Julia. So
Okay, well, that was the one I remember. I think her name was Julia.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was at the wedding.
Okay, so all right, you'd be more authoritative than I am. Yeah, they. I never thought that they seemed like the right people to be a couple. It just both of them are really kind of hard nosed. So Sally passed away. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we were notified by his then current district. He lived in Petaluma and
I know he's
enjoyed-
up north in what 39.
Yes, and we were notified, unfortunately, too late to attend the online service for him. But he was a great guy, and he was an incredible wordsmith. In fact, his profession was writing and editing technical manuals. And
So do you know what he died of?
yeah,
COVID.
COVID-19.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. I know when you were saying it, there was something else going on, and I couldn't listen to everything you were saying. I guess it was during your presentation, and I was scrambling to do something to get the next virtual background up or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, thank you for that information. Sorry to hear that. Yeah.
Me too.
He still owes me a dinner, so I guess it's going to have to wait. We had a parliamentary argument one day, and it turned out I was right. So he got dinner on it. He never paid me back. Oh, memories I'm always going to have of Toastmasters.
Yep.
The only problem with having the chickens out while I'm online is that they tend to go in the house.
Okay.
Chickens back.
Something over there in the corner.
Back there.
I know, I kept seeing the chickens.
Yeah.
They're cute. Chicken can.
Nobody here but us chickens.
Yeah, yeah, that's an amazing place where you live.
Lined up.
Matt, how's your leg doing? How are you doing? You're muted. Now you're not muted, but you're frozen.
Monique's chickens are taking all your bandwidth.
Yes, we're trying to work this sound out. I'm doing really well. I actually went to the doctor this week.
Well, that's good to hear. We'll catch up. I got to email you anyway. I know we had chatted about you evaluating that other speech, and you wanted to talk about the division contest, and I just wanted to talk about any of that stuff until today was over. So I'll email you, and we can correspond. We spend time here.
I will call you.
Okay, that'll work. Yeah, you're one person that's easier to call than an email. Email sometimes sit around for a while. And email and that. So
Well,
Yana,
this has been a
she
fun event.
responds
Gotta
within 10
run.
minutes, but there are others that take days. You get to know how people communicate after a while. That's one thing about Toastmasters. We all have our different modes of communication. We all learn what works best for our friends that we communicate with, and everybody's different. I mean, you all know that you want to get a hold of me, you're going to have to email me if you have any hope of getting a hold of me in a reasonable time frame. Because I tend to be always checking email. I don't know what it is, but how are you? Okay. Glad this is over, but what fun. What fun it was. You see
Great
all
seeing.
these people like Angie. Angie is just amazing. I could tell story after story about her. Some of which perhaps probably shouldn't have been shared with a larger audience. So. I don't even know about some of those. Yeah. And Brian, her husband, Brian was this rimrod straight Marine. I mean, when he was at attention, he was at attention. It was straight up and down. And, I have kind of my back doesn't go straight anymore. I think about Brian all the time. And, oh man, if I could be like him, I'd be doing good.
Well, what was neat is it was actually Brian joined the club first. And what would happen is Angie would come and bring him his lunch and then just sort of sit quietly on the side. And, my first impression was that she was this, quiet Marine spouse. And then she joined and then boom.
Yeah, she kind of took over the club. And this gives you an idea. They moved to Port Hueneme, I think.
Yeah.
After they left Monterey, and about a year later, they came back and visited, and it was a small meeting. And we didn't have roles for everybody felt. They basically took over the meeting. Yeah. Oh, I'll be timer, I'll be on counter. And I just got out of the way. Arnie, I don't even remember if you were there that week. Yeah. They came back and just took over.
But Brian had this great speech about, he was very straightforward, but he had this speech about dinosaurs in space. And he was hilarious.
Yeah, he had another one that was serious about single planet species don't survive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the title of the speech was the gist of it.
Yeah, he was in the space systems curriculum. So
Yeah.
What was his last name?
Knew a lot about all that stuff.
I mean, he was
Anderson.
there before me.
Brian Anderson.
Okay, sometimes we have people who come back through and visit or things like that, but I haven't run into
He
him.
went straight to Vandenberg.
We have a lot
I
of
said
them.
Port Hueneme, I was wrong. It was Vandenberg.
Yeah.
I guess they lived in Lombok.
Yeah.
Wow, graceful.
Yeah, most of our graduates either go to Vandenberg or Washington, D.C.
No, he's retired now. Angie's a teacher. She lives in Rotterdam, New York, which is near Schenectady, which is near Albany. And I wanted to, when I was announcing the names of the honorary members, I was going to say where they lived. And somehow that got away from me.
We're gonna go for a hike.
Okay.
See you guys.
Never mind. All right.
Sounds good.
Good
Yeah.
job today.
Thank you.
It was
fun.
amazing. It was just amazing.
Yeah, great
And
job,
very,
everybody.
very inspirational.
Yeah, it
Thank
went
you.
smoother than I thought it was going to go. I really figured we'd get in the snarl about halfway through my speech or something. Actually, I was the first one that really messed up. So I muted and I was next.
Oh, no, that was me. I was the first one who messed up.
By not showing, oh yeah, you didn't
I
show
couldn't
up
get
on time.
my computer was working and I've got this new computer, okay, of course. And it's been working down in my office for the last 2 weeks. Every day, it's been fine. And I was like, no problem. I can use it for my office. And I couldn't connect to Gmail. So I couldn't get to the meeting invitation. And then when I did, it got me into the meeting and it kicked me out of the meeting. And I was like,
Oh well. Well, I knew there had to be a reason because you have something that you're responsible for. You're there.
yeah.
So I knew that there was some problem. Yeah.
I had tested this computer out in my office and it's been working swimmingly until, of course, the day I really need it to work. So anyway,
Poor
it just takes me a
Laura.
while to get reset up.
Yeah, poor Laura has been struggling with this. Her computers got taken away The government snatched him. Arnie, I don't know if you've heard about that spillage, but
Now, Laura, put it in the back of your
you were
mind.
part of that? Oh, my, I heard
Yes,
about
yes.
Oh, no.
Laura, put in the back of your mind to schedule a backwards meeting. That came up a couple
Yeah,
times today.
I managed to keep this thing because I don't do any real work on it. Sad because I could use a new one, but anyway. But the computer I had got.
Oh, well. I can't even
was
imagine
only a
trying
year
to
old.
Zoom on a phone. I can do it on my iPad, but it ain't pretty.
Yeah, I don't like doing it on the phone, but of course a lot of my coworkers do, and so they lost all their phones as well as computers. Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm still looking for
okay.
files. Slowly I'm finding them.
Alrighty, we got through it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And here's to the next 50 years.
that's right.
Yep.
Here.
You know, that's the nice thing about that speech that I have. I just simply updated it, but when I updated it for the last 10 years, it made it too long. And so I cut a lot out. I trimmed it a lot. The last time I did it at the 40th, I basically put it in the bullets and went from bullets, and that wasn't going to work in the Zoom environment. Because I tried it that way, I didn't get very far. I can't do this. So I had the text already. It dated back to a 2009 article I wrote about the club, which I turned into a speech, which I did at the 40th. And then doing it this time, and I went through it, and I said, man, there's a lot of extra words in this thing. So I spent about an hour cleaning it up. And even this morning, I changed a word or two. So it's ready for the 60th.
It's great to hear all this, and it's great to hear the history.
In fact, I'm going to email that speech out to the club. So they'll have the history.
That's a great idea. Do we
maybe-
have, or does Toastmasters have a historian type of position?
It's up to the club.
Okay.
I mean, our club, technically, we have a historian and a parliamentarian. They're not official positions. And when I wasn't a regular officer, then I was the historian / parliamentarian.
Gotcha.
And the duties, if you have those and you're supposed to list it in Club Central, which we do, and it says their duties are, and there's a place to fill it in, and I'd simply put as directed by the executive committee. That covers the gamut. So Arnie, for example, Arnie's the webmaster, all right?
Yeah.
And he's something else, which I don't know, the Zoom master
Yes,
probably.
thank you.
And I don't have those in there, I don't think. But at any rate, it's whatever the executive committee wants him to do, and he does that. But of course, now I'm secretary and he's treasurer, and that's been helped a lot with the stability of the club.
Mhm.
I'll probably go back to that next year. It's going to be a challenge putting together a slate of officers for this coming year. So what happens?
Agreed.
Okay. You guys are great.
All right.
Well,
Thanks, everybody.
Our job is done here. Thank you so much.
For another
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah, thank you, Arnie. We pulled it off. I've done this before in a different way. And that 2005, when we just decided if the club's going to survive, we're just going to have to put it together, and we did it. And then along a couple of people like Brendan Epps and Ben Toll and Angie Anderson came along, and whoosh.
Yeah.
That's the way it went. It was incredible.
Yep.
We couldn't keep up with it. And Angie didn't really see it today, but her energy level is off the charts.
Yeah.
Take Caitlin Foss and multiply that by 10.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Well, maybe once we get everybody back on campus, that will, there'll be some pent up energy and we can tap into folks.
Now, Angie, I mean, you all know Kyle and Laura, I'm not sure if you were here when Kyle was vice president of education. No, but she didn't cut you any slack. Okay. If you were just kind of schlepping along and not getting things done, she was on your case.
I could see that.
Was nothing compared to the way Angie was. Angie was a school teacher, and we were her students.
Yeah.
Get your homework done.
Yeah,
there was to this day, we'd just go on with the next speech or finish something just to get her off our back.
Yeah.
Well, so I guess I have a question for you about that, because we've already gotten to the point where we have checked all the boxes for levels different people
Right, yeah.
completing different levels for President's Distinguished this year. And I think Tatiana just submitted a couple. And I've got a few people who are sort of one speech away from something. And how much do you want me to push on them, knowing that everything restarts, I guess it's July 1st?
Basically, if people want their award now, let's give it to them. If we get into April and May, then we can ask them. Now, Tatiana she might be willing to just hang on to hers until July. She's done that before.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it games the system, but that's how you get through this current scheme. All right.
Yeah.
And that's one of the ways we've gotten 10 goals every year. Is because we had two people that were almost done and finished up in June, and said, "Can you hang on 3 weeks?" And they said, "Sure." And if we couldn't have done that, we wouldn't have made President's Distinguished every year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my advice, I mean, the way I see it is, say, for a longtime member like Tatiana, it doesn't really matter. But for some of the newer members, I mean, the system is set up to try to encourage the club to bring members along, but you don't want to make the system you don't want to kind of flip the system. In other words, the whole goal of everything is for the members to be improving their communication and leadership skills.
Right.
So I would encourage you to especially for the newer members, encourage them to keep progressing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. At this time of the year, I mean,
The numbers for the club are just secondary.
Okay.
Right.
I won't bug you guys about finishing your levels, but I'll bug Sam and Amy and.
Yeah. See, that's what I could, with one speech, I could complete a level 2, and I was going to do it if we didn't nail down that level 2, but we nailed it down. So I'll do it next year.
Yeah.
I'm in no hurry. I've been speaking for 50 plus years.
Right.
Okay. So I'll save it for after July 1st, and that'll give us a level 2. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So, and then, Arnie went through the CC manual, 11 times? 12.
Yeah, 13, I think.
Anyway, that without all of those, we wouldn't have been President's Distinguished every year.
Wow.
Technically, we only have 9 goals. We need 3 more new members to get that last 10th goal.
Right.
It doesn't matter as far as President's Distinguished is concerned. It simply matters for bragging rights. So,
yeah,
if you look back
try to get all 10
list,
every year.
Yeah, but if you look at the list I sent, there have been several years in the past where we've been President's Distinguished with only 9 goals.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's posted, on our Google Drive that I advertise every month on the spreadsheet. That list is there. So,
gotcha.
and I just updated all those lists as we were getting ready for this event, so those are up to date. Finally, we're getting a couple of years old. Okay, I'll get that speech out to everybody. Thank you for your help. Mariana, thank you for your advice. I know we had some issues that you got involved with, and we got through them. And Laura, I know you didn't have a big part in all of this, but I appreciate you being there. And I might have, I didn't know how I was going to feel today a couple of days ago, so might have been charged.
Could have been Carl for the day. Carla.
It's over. Yeah, send me that chat if you wouldn't mind, Arnie. Before you totally forget about it. Appreciate it.
Will do. Yeah, I won't be. Yeah, I need to close the meeting.
Okay, I need to. You can't do that until yes, you can
All
do
right,
that.
I'm
You
outta
can
here.
take us out.
Mariana, I'll see you
Bye-bye.
Tuesday.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, I'll text you.
Okay.